Yo, 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 what's going on? It's Mac here. This is the live Manchester United against Watford preview. Now, usually, let me just get the comments up. Usually I have the guys from the United Road podcast with me. I have those guys with me for the previews normally, these live previews that we've been doing. But they're obviously not here today. We recorded the podcast earlier in the week and they joined me, both Scribs and Margs, on the Aftermath live after United had beaten Leicester. So you can go and check that out after here if you want to hear more from the United Road podcast guys and you're missing them on this live stream. Of course, subscribe to our podcast as well, co-hosted by Filthy Fellas, both Scribs, Margs and myself. Thank you, Abbas, Jay, Adam, Lucas, Grime. Is that your name? Or are you just a fan of the genre? A-Lang, Sonny. Thank you all for getting in the comments. We've got loads to discuss today. Now, where have I put my notes? 1 second. Right then. That was a bit of a nightmare. Left my notes over there. Right, we're back. We're back anyway. So today, we got George in the States. Christopher's here. Omid, big up Beehive Bedlam. Yes. You watched the video that we did for Full Time Devils then. Nice to see that you did that. Thank you very much. Steez Yaz fuck for beats. Alright, I'll check it out. Sounds a bit suspect, but I'll check it out. Question on Arsenal Fan TV of Robbie and Gary Neville already. I don't think Gary Neville actually said fans aren't allowed a voice. So I think the whole argument has been a bit skewed and missed. I don't think he said fans aren't allowed a voice, and it's kind of been taken like he did. So I think what he said was the way they're going on is embarrassing because Wenger's been there for so long. He probably deserves a little bit more respect. That's his opinion, and maybe it does. So yeah, I think it's the same as if it was Sir Alex Ferguson for us, and he never won anything towards the end of his career, and then we wanted to get him out after 5-6 years. We would probably want to get him out, but you have to be a little bit more subtle and a little bit more respectful about it. So yeah, I can agree with what Gary Neville has said, but fans do deserve a voice, and Gary Neville didn't say otherwise. So yeah, keeping my 100% record of attending your live streams, Rayon, you are a legend. To be fair, Robbie's just doing something good for his channel. I think he's made the most of it. He's driven traffic and subscribers and stuff to his channel, so I suppose he's done alright for Arsenal Fan TV out of it, and yeah, fair play to him, I guess. But I think, I don't know, it's like after games, we're not Arsenal fans, we can't really say how they should feel as not being Arsenal fans. I just like to go, when we do fan cams, I just like people not to overreact, you know what I mean? If we've just lost against a very good side or it's been a one-off defeat, I hate when people overreact. But if people say that on a fan cam, there's not a lot I can do to stop them. We have to let them give their voice. So, yeah, man, that's it. Anyway, back to the Watford. Andre's in Jamaica. I was thinking about my holiday to the Caribbean today. I miss that place. I didn't go to Jamaica, but I need to visit that place. I need to go out to Jamaica. Defo one on my bucket list. So, yeah, what we're going to discuss today in this preview for the Watford game is, of course, we've got the formations. United played 2 formations against Leicester, and 4-2-3-1 or 4-3-3. So that's what we're going to discuss. What formation do you think we should play against Watford? And then what kind of goes hand in hand with that discussion, 4-2-3-1 and 4-3-3, is Carrick and Mata. So do you play Carrick or do you play Mata? Because it seems to be one or the other. I know they would have played in the same games at times, but I think if you play Michael Carrick, if you start Carrick, it's very unlikely that you'll start Mata in this game. And Juan Mata has been in great form. He played all right in the second half against Leicester. First half, United weren't great. So we're going to discuss that. Luke Shaw, Anthony Martial, something that I always discuss. Until they both start, I'll be discussing Luke Shaw and Anthony Martial. Then we're going to get our predicted 11s, our scores, and of course, And we'll discuss as well the Liverpool against Spurs game because they play after us. So if we beat them, we can go ahead of Liverpool if we beat Watford. So that'll be an interesting one as well. Do you think Marshall will start against Watford? Adam says Musa. I hope so. I'm not sure at the moment, and we'll go into that in a bit. But right now, Mamps from Handsworth, mate. Oh yeah, nice. Sergio, how you doing, McKola? I'm doing well, thank you. A-Lang says 4-2-3-1 at first. See if it's gelling. Reynaldo says Carrick has to start. Marshall Shaw and Matta need to start against Watford. Says it's G Westbury. Look, guys, I've got a new mug today. The boss. Yeah, I've robbed Rick Ross's mug. It's going down, and it ain't plastic, bitches. Right. Fucking hell, nearly choked. Right. Rayan says De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Bailey, Blind, Herrera, Pogba, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Marshall, Zlatan in a 4-3-3. That looks like Mr. Killer. You are God, mate. You are God. Or is it Zlatan? I'm not too sure. Mata because Herrera can do the defensive bit. So I think what random gamer boss would do is Pogba and Herrera with Mata ahead of them. Maybe Mickey, maybe Marshall out wide. New plastic book. Yes, NK B. It is not plastic. Plastic mug squad. Hold tight the plastic mug squad. And hold tight BDL! Yes, of course. We're always repping the BDL. Where about from Brum am I? Where about in Brum am I from? Sorry, I was asked. I grew up and I was born and raised in Lascelles and Aston, and I moved a little bit out there now. I'm from around the Handsworth area. So yeah, that's where I'm about. Want Shaw to start, says Ammon. Adam Hussein's in there as well. What's going on, mate? Yes, you guessed it. Right, so 4-2-3-1. If we play a 4-2-3-1, what are the benefits of that? What are the negatives of that? The benefits of that is we have Michael Carrick sitting there, protecting that defence. We've seen a few games where he's been subbed off at half-time and we've changed it. We've seen against Leicester, Jose Mourinho went 4 like a diamond and a 2, and then he changed it very quickly. So that was great to see as well. And it's nice to see a manager that's actually thinking. We haven't got a manager that's like Louis van Gaal or Arsene Wenger or Jurgen Klopp, where it's very one-dimensional. If the tactics that they start with don't work, they don't change it much. They're not going to look to change anything. So it's nice to see we've got a manager that thinks about things. He's very tactical aware. Now, I think Liverpool's tactics on their day are fantastic, but they haven't really got a plan B. Same can be said with Arsenal. They haven't really got a plan B. But Manchester United have got a plan A, plan B and plan C, I figure. So, yeah. It's not the British Defence League. It's the Base Defence League. Hold tight, big nasty. It's not what you think it is. If you're thinking it's anything like the EDL, you're wrong. It's the complete opposite. It's BDL. BDL, bitches. Yeah, hold tight, big nasty. Absolutely love his stuff. Please do all your live streams at this timing. It really suits us in India. Vedant, I'll bear that in mind. I'll try and get 5 or 6 o'clock around. Apparently, Rojo and Jones are a doubt for this game. So could we see a return of Smalling and Bailly at the heart of the defence then, Rayan? And you guys as well. Yes, I've got my trim today. I really needed it as well. Bloody hell. I needed it badly. Zlatan off the bench, says Ronaldo. He scored 20 goals this season. He probably could have had 30 if he scored all of his chances. Or at least scored a little bit more of his chances. But Zlatan has been fantastic for United this season. What I have felt, though, is Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Earlier in the season, when he wasn't scoring, he was performing. And recently, he's not been performing. And he hasn't been scoring. I know he scored in his last game. But, you know, his performances have dipped a little bit. But I do think Zlatan will start at home against Watford. You can't look beyond that. Anyway, now I do know after that we've got... so we've got Watford. Then we got San Etienne on the Thursday, and we've got Blackburn on the Sunday. Why am I rolling in a blue polo? I ain't got loads of YouTube money, man. What's wrong with a blue polo? You wanker. Who will start at centre-back? I think, I didn't hear about Rojo and Jones. So, if that's the case, then it will obviously be Smalling and Bailly. But I do think it's probably Rojo and Bailly who are the main two at the moment. I think. And it's incredible that Chris Smalling has dropped so far down the pecking order. He was our main man before. Which school did you go to in Answorth? This live chat's all over the place. It's what I love about live chats here, that we'll get random questions and then football questions and all that. And I'll be talking about Carrick and Mata 1 minute, Marshall the next minute, Zlatan the next minute, and then what school people go to in Answorth. Incredible. But I love these live streams because you guys can obviously get your comments in. Ryan Dundervan's just jumped in as well. Ryan, happy to see you here, mate. Thank you for bigging up the trim. I needed it. I got a lot of weight off my shoulders with that trim. I don't know what I was doing. I normally get one about every 2 weeks, but I left it an extra week, which was annoying. Liking this live stream. Cheers, Adam. Yes, Mohammed. Fresh trim. Everyone could tell, innit? That's a bad thing, I think. I need to make sure when I get a trim, it's just like nothing's happened. That way, I know it's regular. Keep starting Rashford, says Tommy Rubble. I would take him out of the starting lineup in this game. And for one reason, I would start Anthony Martial on the left. I'm sure you guys expected me to say that. But that's not a criticism of Marcus Rashford. Sufyan, this is my front four, what I'm going to tell you now. That's not a criticism of Marcus Rashford. Because I want to see Marcus Rashford up front more. I want to see him come on for Zlatan. Or come on and then we go 4-4-2 like we did at the weekend. Yes, he can play out wide. And that's fine to see him play out wide. But if we can get Marshall flying down that left, we're buzzing. Because for me, Anthony Marshall can be one of the best players in the world and in the league. Not right now. He needs his time to gel and to get used to the way Mourinho's playing. It's his second season. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. But for me, Marshall's one of the best players. And I'd put him in the top 3 players, top 5 players at Manchester United. So I need to see Marshall in this team. I do not want to see him leave Manchester United. That's something I do not want to see. And I just want to see him play all the time. Love Anthony Marshall. Love Marcus Rashford too. But Marshall needs to play on the left. If we're going to play Rashford, let it be on the right or up top. Cheers, Jack. Thank you for getting involved, mate. Where is Fosu Mensah's best position? I think it will eventually be DM. Hashtag remove the curse. Yes, Atava. Watford's keeper is wank. We need to start shooting more, says Luke. You can just imagine Gomez is going to have an absolute worldie on the weekend, can't you? But I think it was Ole Gunnar Solskjaer once said, you never have a great save. It's a bad finish. Now, I know that sounds a little bit weird, but I kind of agree with it. 216 people in here at the moment. Thank you all for joining us. Hugh, I'd love to be in the press conferences, but Manchester United, I think, have us on a little bit of a blacklist at the moment, which is a shame. Every time we get to do something with the club or with somebody else related to the club, it gets X'd off. So we're having struggles in that sense at the moment. As you can see, we did that video with Mata and Herrera and it wasn't allowed to go up. So we need to start making things happen that don't get blocked off. Gomez is so shit though, says Joe. He is, but he's very capable of these world-class saves at times. And you could just imagine it, can't you? Him having a worldie and it being 1-0 or 0-0 on the day. Watford went to Arsenal and won. Now, in my opinion, we're better than Arsenal. Yes, they may be above us in the league, but we're better than Arsenal. So we shouldn't be letting that happen. We shouldn't be letting that happen at all. Not at all. Right, gonna hit up some of your comments now. Right, I'm trying to read your comments, yeah. And like I'm scrolling. Rooney's right. Yes, that has to be the greatest YouTube username ever. Your first game is going to be United versus Chelsea, Habib. That's a mint one, isn't it? Watford's keeper is a tithead, says the anonymous football fan. Thoughts on Griezmann to United? I suppose we can do that towards the end, yeah? I had a pizza yesterday. Is it World Pizza Day today? Do I think Mata will play? We did discuss that a little bit earlier on in the stream, Chelsea. But my opinion is it's going to be Carrick or Mata. I'd like to see Mata starting a little bit more. And I think at home, we don't need to be playing 3 central midfielders. We don't need to be doing that. Against Watford, yes, I know. it may be showing a little bit of disrespect to them. But play a 4-2-3-1, play Mata, play Mkhitaryan, play Marshall, play Zlatan, and just go for it. Because if we can get them early goals, happy days. I think Mata and Mkhitaryan's link-up play has been incredible. It's been fantastic. So we need to get more of them linking up. And I think Pogba and Herrera should be enough against these guys, should be. But it's still going to be a difficult game. We need to man mark cleverly. Could Tom Cleverley get a goal? It'd be crazy, wouldn't it? It's 11:45 in India. Interesting. Top four. Who do I think will be in the top four? United. I don't think we're going to win the league. I don't think we're going to be top. Chelsea will be top. And then I think the other three will be Spurs, United and City. I don't know if I'm hoping for that. I'm more than expecting that. But I would love it if Arsenal and Liverpool finished outside the top four. Just for the... You know what? It'd be great if City finished outside the top four too. To see the meltdown from Pep Guardiola's side. But it'd be nice to see... it'd be nice to see them do that. Arsenal, Liverpool outside. Be decent, innit? Oliver Giroud is in the comments. Cheers for getting the comments going, mate. I won't read your comments out, but thank you for commenting anyway. Why on earth do visiting goalkeepers become a beast when they play at Old Trafford, says Ron. It's very, very frustrating, isn't it? Terence, thank you for getting in the comments. Christopher Wright thinks we're going to win 3-0 for sure. Let's go for it. Start Marshall, says Jack. Niang for Watford is a good player, says Luke. United will be second, says a man. So he's confident. Watching from India, nice one, Devang. You're always on the full-time Devils and McKola stream, so I absolutely love that. Did I just say McKola? I meant my own streams. Bloody hell, what is wrong with me? Do you have Liverpool? Because I do. Happy liver loss this week. You're an Arsenal fan in a United stream. Absolute weapon, says Maka. Now, I don't actually mind if non-Manchester United fans jump in the streams. It's just annoying when they add little to the debate. Like, I don't mind a little bit of banter. I hate that word, but I don't mind a little bit of a laugh and a joke. But then when it's like the same old shit or the same old jokes, you know, like when you see a joke and then everyone's posting that same old joke. It's like, why are you doing it? We've already seen this. It's not funny no more. Be original. Be original, baby. We've nearly got 250 people in here. Absolutely buzzing by that. Right then. Luke Shaw. What's been going on with Luke Shaw? Now, one thing I was impressed with. We've seen the pictures of everybody training this week. And I think Luke Shaw was one of the only people to not be having a snud on. Well done. Abhishek. I'm not sure who's on the full-time Devils tweeting at the moment. It's obviously not me, because I'm here. I always listen to Mist. I'm not going to listen to it on the stream, because then it'll probably drag my audio off my video. So that'll be dangerous, wouldn't it? And we don't want that to happen. Don't you think playing two midfielders hinders Pogba's attacking game? Says Banu. It's a very good point, to be fair. But I think in home games, when we don't need to be so defensively aware, I know that may be silly, and I may be in for a surprise, but I think when we don't have to do so much defensively, I think it's okay to then play Pogba in a 2, because you don't have to think of looking behind him all the time. So, yeah. United to win all cup competitions. So that would be the League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League. Is that what you're thinking? We've got over 250 people. We've got 266 people in here at the moment. That is a record on our McKola TV. Thank you very much, guys. Give yourself a round of applause. There's nothing wrong with a snud as such, Guled. But I do think, why are you wearing a snud? Is Remove the Curse really trending? Is it really? His name Zoo asked me, is it Eminem or Nas? Now listen. My favourite rapper ever is Eminem, so I'm going to say Eminem. But I love Nas. Nas is incredible, so I'm not going to... Is it really trending? Ah, Pereira. Don't get me started on Pereira, mate. Don't get me started on Andreas Pereira. He is a beauty of a man. A beauty of a man. Right then. Hold on a minute. You know what I've just seen, yeah, which you guys... need to... Ah, fuck this. We're doing this right now during my live stream. Dave and Joel I'm doing lip sync battle. What the fuck? Yo. Alright guys, we're watching this together. Fuck it. Look at these two going on like KCI and JoJo. Dance again. I know, man. I need to cut this out, though. No copyright strike going on. Oh, man. Lads, what the hell are they doing? Oh, God. Oh, God. That was funny shit. Right. Anyway, my 11. My 11 for the game against Watford is, of course, my 11 for the game against Watford is David De Gea in goal, Valencia and Luke Shaw as the fullbacks with Smalling and Bailly. No. Bailly and Rojo at centre half with Pogba, Herrera, Mata, Mkhitaryan, Marshall and Zlatan. So Marshall and Shaw are in there. Listen, we're going to send Cheeky Sport Boys a little bit of a WhatsApp note. Where's the group? Where's the group? There's the group. Yo, lads, I've just seen your... basically, we're live at the moment on Adam McKola TV. I just did a little bit of a reaction to your lip sync battle. Now, what the fuck's going on there? It is absolutely legendary. Safe. Right, that's been sent on the old WhatsApp. Right, I'll post a link to their lip sync battle next year at the end. So you guys just stay here. I don't want anyone running off to Cheeky Sport yet, you know. You got to stay with me. You've got to stay with me. I'll put the link in at the end. Carrick is bigger than Arsenal. Macca, we know this already. Rayan, I have heard Storms' new tune. It is all right. Adam, you pleb. Rojo, isn't Rojo injured? I've seen him weightlifting and shit. Is he injured? If he is injured, yeah. If Rojo's injured, then Smalling and Bailly, yeah. Who heard me call Mardy and Vares the other day? That was quality, weren't it? Have you heard the Giggs and Drake tune? I've heard about 15 seconds of it on that clip, but it got me absolutely gassed for that. And I haven't heard anyone call anyone a pleb in a long, long time either, so that's something new. Top Boy says he loves Anders' passion. I love Anders' passion too. Steph effing hates us for telling him not to swear. Who's Steph? Oh, Steve. Hashtag staying. Yes. Make sure you stay. Make sure you all tweet as well. Make sure you all tweet. Yeah. Tweet. Remove the curse. Hashtag at Michael Owen. Balling. Haha. Don't know what that one's about. Me, Mardy and Vares. Yes, Rod. It was accidental as well, which was hilarious. But I think it may be Mardy and Vares this season. If you've seen the state of Leicester City, they've been absolutely awful. Do you think Man United should buy Gylfi Sigurdsson? He's definitely at the wrong club. He should be at a better club than Swansea. Whether he'd fit in at Manchester United remains to be seen. He's a little bit more attacking minded than Carrick, which is I think the kind of midfielder we need at the moment. So maybe not, but is a top player. Please rap Man United's... I'm not rapping any verse. Hazard floored Coquelin. Yeah, he put him on the weights. Olivier Giroud says we can't beat Hull, which is very, very true. But you can't beat Watford, mate. And now I've just jinxed everything, guys. Have I just jinxed everything? Because we lost to Watford earlier in the season, didn't we? We lost to Watford, and now we've got them at home. Yes, indeedy. I've seen that. You know he's had that ready for ages, don't you? Will Griezmann fit in at Manchester United? Ben, how are you doing, mate? Thank you for joining us. Will Griezmann fit in at Manchester United? I think he's a fantastic talent. I'm excited for him to sign. I absolutely adore the guy. But if it means he's coming in and taking Martial's position on the left, then please no. If it means he's coming in and playing up top as a lone striker, then I'm not sure that can work. Because he's a little bit lightweight in that sense. He needs to be on the number 10. Someone just mentioned on Soho Tavern. Shout out to Soho Tavern. Also, shout out the Keg and Grill in town. But if he's as a number 10, then what happens to Mata? So I do think he is a class act, Griezmann, and I'm excited for him to join Manchester United if he does join Manchester United. But I do think it comes with its own problems. I do think the way people think he's gonna be amazing, he's gonna come here, he's gonna be clicking straight away. I'm not sure about that. But I do like him, and I do think he'll need time to what's an MRDT? What's an MRDT, mate? No, you didn't do that, anonymous football fan. Did you really do that? Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, it's funny, but it's fucking disgusting. Oh, God. So Tavern is flames. Fucking hell. Yo, Gizmo Gamers, thank you for joining us, mate. Ever been to Preston? I have, I think. I have. I don't live near Old Trafford, and I don't travel just for videos. I travel for games. I've been doing it since I was about 5, 6. Now, obviously not on my own. My old man used to take me, and now I drive on my own. I've been for the last couple of years, but yeah, I don't just travel to record, but obviously I don't live in Manchester. I travel for the games. With the away games, sometimes I do travel to away games just to film if I don't have a ticket, because it's so difficult getting tickets for away games. It's absolutely madness getting tickets for away games. So sometimes I only travel just to do fan cams, but that's what we do at Full Time Devils, isn't it? We can't just go to one game. We have to be there every game. Has Owen replied? Don't fuck about. Has Owen replied? Nah, Owen hasn't replied, has he? This is going to be funny as fuck if he has. He ain't replied. He ain't tweeted in 2 days. 4-0 United. What are some of your score predictions for the games, by the way, guys? And what are some of your 11s as well? Remember, Arsenal play Hull at 12:30. I think they'll win that game. And then we've got Liverpool Spurs after us. So if we beat Watford, we go above Liverpool. And then I don't think they're going to beat Spurs. So providing they draw with Spurs, then it's happy days for us. We've closed the gap on both of those teams. I don't think we'll close the gap on Arsenal. I think they will win this weekend. Sean Connolly, I will not say that, because what you will then do is probably like Vine that up. Is Vine still in the bat anymore? No. I think this Watford game's a dodgy one for us. I do think we'll win, but I think it's a dodgy one. We need to be wary. Materazzi's got Watford playing well at the moment. I think with what's his name? Ighalo leaving, I think it's kind of vitalised everybody and brought everybody together. 2-1 thinks Chelsea, 3-1 thinks Rex, 3-1, 1-0 says My Man United, Luke says 5-1, Ryan says 3-1, 4-0 says Anonymous Footy Fan, 3-0 says Mahir, 5-0 Marshall double. Oh my God, 0-0 says Fizzy Fanta. Please no, please no. I do not want to see that happen. Right then, guys, I'm gonna give you my final 11, my prediction for the game, some of my hopes and wishes for the match, and then after that we can just go into whatever you guys want to do, yeah? So give me a couple of minutes to just talk about the game. So for those guys joining us just for the Watford preview, they get to hear the thoughts on the Watford game, but we will do a little bit of a Q&A because I see loads of you guys chucking in comments with random questions. So, Manchester United against Watford this weekend. Looking forward to the game. I'm hoping Manchester United do win the game, obviously. And I'm thinking we will win the game. But we definitely have to be at it. Watford are unbeaten in 4 games, 1-2, drawn 2. United are unbeaten in 15 or 16 league games, 1-8, drawn 7, I think it is, or vice versa. So Manchester United need to come into this game and we need to win it. We need to keep closing the gap. With Spurs and Liverpool playing later on in the day, we could put the pressure on Liverpool by winning and going ahead of them. So we need to make sure that happens as well. We can't afford to drop any more points, particularly at home, particularly against opposition like Watford. Now, I know that sounds a little bit arrogant, a little bit disrespectful, but it is facts. We've dropped far too many points at home. Stoke, Burnley, West Ham. You know, we can't be dropping those kind of points. We cannot be dropping those kind of points at home. So we need to start picking up our points at home now. And we need to be winning this game. Oscar, it will be uploaded in full after. Thank you for asking. So keep it locked. Mr. J. Shango, thank you for your comment. But yeah, United go into this game needing a victory. We're pretty much full squad to choose from as well. I'm hearing there could be injuries to Rojo and Jones. Obviously, Jones is out of this game, but Rojo could be out too, which is disappointing. But when you look to the earlier season form of Smalling and Bailey, it doesn't present that much options. And it doesn't present that many problems either, because I think Smalling and Bailey were excellent at the start of the season. Smalling's position has come under question and he'll need to play a lot better, particularly with the football at his feet, because he looks a little bit shaky and a little bit rash. And hopefully the pressure of him getting a game and having to battle for his spot doesn't put him under. But, oh man, Ron, don't remind me about those drop points at home. But I'm confident in Smalling and I'm confident in Bailey together as a 2. So then at fullback, I'd go with Valencia and Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw coming back, this is a big opportunity for Luke Shaw to come back right now. So we need to get him back into the team. And then in the midfield, I'd go with the 2 instead of the 3. So I'd take Carrick out for Juan Mata in the number 10. And in the midfield, I have Herrera and Pogba with Mickey Marshall wide with Zlatan up top. I think if you play a 4-3-3, you play Carrick, you can't play Mata. Or you can't play Marshall or Mkhitaryan. One of those other attacking threats. I think Mata, when Mickey drifts and then he drifts wide, and they've got that little interplay going on, which I really, really like at the moment as well. So Mkhitaryan and Mata being in a team at home will help us break down Watford, I feel. And I don't think we need to be so defensive at home. Do we need to play 3 central midfielders? I don't think so. I know someone mentioned earlier on that Pogba's performance is a little bit hindered when we play a 2 in midfield. But at home, when we shouldn't be expected to, defend so much, I don't see a problem with it. So that's the team I'd go with. I think United will win 2-0. I'm going to go with a conservative 2-0 win, but it will be a very difficult game. As I said, since Watford have lost Ighalo, they've kind of galvanised themselves. Materazzi's got them playing well, unbeaten in 4. They'll be coming here confident. They got 3 points at the Emirates, so they'll be coming here thinking they can do us damage. With the record we've got at home at the moment, we need to be winning this game. We need to be winning this game. We cannot afford to drop any points at home. Any more points. It just cannot happen. Guys, that is my preview. That is my prediction for the game and my predicted 11. Now you guys, I'll open the floor for you lot. You can get your comments in. Of course, before I do move on to those, make sure you check out the United Road podcast. Subscribe on iTunes and SoundCloud. Leave your reviews as well. And of course, you can subscribe to Adam McKola TV, which is below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Full Time Devils also did a preview earlier on today. Uploaded that, which I wasn't in. What's going on there? Where was the phone call, boys? But go and get on that, because I'm sure it is a good one. And I always prefer when I'm not in them, because then that means I can watch them. Right, questions, guys. Yes, Ahmed, thanks for joining us. Zlatan for Golden Boot, what you say, Adam? It's going to be a difficult fight between him, Costa, Lukaku. Aguero's not really playing at the moment, so I'd say it's between them, but if he takes his chances, he'll have a big chance at doing that. Thoughts on Neville versus Arsenal Fan TV? Loads of you have asked this. I did mention it a little bit earlier on today. I think Gary Neville hasn't got a problem with fan opinion, which I think has come out of it, which is the main argument at the moment. I think that's wrong. I think what he said was the fan that took a banner into the ground, preempted it against Chelsea. You know, if you win that game, you're second or something like that. And he had it in his banner like he knew they were going to lose. And a manager that's done so much for that club, is that respectful? Now, of course, you pay your money. Fans can say and do what they want. I mean, at Manchester United, some fans flew a plane over. They're saying they wanted Moyes out, if you remember. And a lot of people thought that was embarrassing. So fans have their ways of showing their feelings and getting their feelings heard. And Arsenal fans, for 12, 13 years, haven't really won anything of note. So you can understand the pressure that Arsene Wenger's under. I just think Gary Neville's point was, you show it in a more sensible and a more respectful manner. This is a man that has achieved a lot for your club. He's done a lot for your club. Yes, he's getting paid handsomely. But he's achieved so much. Don't you be a little bit more respectful? And that's where I think Gary Neville was getting at with the embarrassing comment. Sometimes, look, Robbie does a fantastic job with Arsenal Fan TV. Fans deserve a voice. He's giving Arsenal fans a voice. But sometimes it can be a little bit embarrassing on there. Sometimes they don't even talk about football. It's clawed against tie or whatever. So I think I haven't got a problem with fans having an opinion. Obviously, I don't think Gary Neville has either. I think he's just saying you need to be a little bit more respectful. But then, we're not Arsenal fans. We haven't been through all that shit, so we can't really say. But why should Arsenal fans expect to win things? Are you a bigger club than Chelsea, United at the moment? Liverpool even? There's so many teams fighting for stuff. Are you that great? Not really. You're not a huge club. You're not a Real Madrid. You're not a Barcelona. You're not a Juventus. You're not a Bayern Munich. You're not a Man United. So why are you expecting to win things? It just doesn't make sense to me. But of course, they pay their money. They pay an awful lot of money. And it seems with Arsenal, they just keep making the same mistakes year in, year out. And at least when you change things, you can see a progress. So Arsene Wenger hasn't really changed anything. He hasn't really gone out and tried to buy players to improve things. He hasn't really done anything of note that is different from what has come before it. So if you keep making the same mistakes, you're going to get really pissed off. But that's Arsenal, and I hope they get no success, and I hope Arsene Wenger stays for a very long time. But the fact that people like me say that they want Arsene Wenger to say, stay at Arsenal, says it all, really, doesn't it? So yeah. Arsenal are a big club, but are they really that big like that? Not really. Not really. Done nothing of note on a European level. They built statues for guys that haven't done much. Why is United the most hated team in England? Renato asks. Because we're the greatest, obviously. Haziq says best pundit, Monday Night Football of BT Sport. I like Danny Higginbottom. I like Gary Neville. Who else do I like? I don't like a lot of the people that are on telly. That's why I think so many people watch fan channels for reactions, because nobody really likes the guys on TV. Will Rooney play? Says Ammon. Will Rooney play against Watford? Probably off the bench, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't think he'll start though. What about the Atletico Madrid comment on about us small club? Didn't Dortmund say something like that before we took Mkhitaryan? Listen, Atletico Madrid. When people say Madrid, what club do you think of? Real Madrid. When people say Manchester, what club do you think of? Manchester United. Ryan Giggs has won more than Atletico Madrid. So let that settle in. Nottingham Forest is bigger than Arsenal, says Ron. Will you be my puppy? No, Stan. Sorry, mate. Scholesy is the best, says Shashank. He's a good pundit. I do disagree with him at times. I think he's overly negative. But I think he comes from a position where he's seen perfection at Manchester United, so I can understand why he's overly negative. Thierry Henry's alright. I don't agree with a lot of what Hargreaves says. And then when I met him and I chatted to him, he was really sound. So I had this impression of him because of his opinion on football. And then when I met him, he was a nice guy. So thanks to the guys watching. Chris, nice one for watching the Cheek Sport podcast. You can go and check that out. It was myself, Big J, and Troops on the Cheeky Sport podcast, Rinse FM. It's crazy because when I was a kid, yeah, I used to listen to Rinse FM, download Rinse FM sets, grime sets, all that. And then I was on Rinse FM, so thank you to Cheeky Sport for that. Are you gay? Says Top 10. I'm not gay. Have a missus. Nothing wrong with it. If you are, of course, I love your beer. Cheers, Ashwin. Atletico will be raided this summer. Says Ammon. Someone mentioned, was it one of the Squawker lads mentioned Diego Simeone wanting to go to Inter Milan, which is very, very interesting to me. They've obviously had a little bit of a revival recently, but are far from the glory days they once had. But it's very interesting on that, if he chose to go there. Genius is sound. I don't watch much of Match of the Day. Now, over the last 3 years, I haven't had much reason to watch Match of the Day, but I don't watch much of Match of the Day. And when I do, when I do watch Match of the Day, I record it so then I can just skip through all that shit. So yeah. Right then. Let me jump in the comments on my phone. Griezmann or Sanchez? Griezmann. I think Sanchez is a quality player. Bob Marley asks, what Birmingham rappers do you listen to, Adam? Stardom, Saf One, Mist, Zimbo, from back in the day that is. KRA, a lot of you won't know about it. KRA, he's quite old school. Doesn't do much grime anymore and rap and that. But he does do like rap and poetry. He's more uplifted now, but you can check out his work too, Casey Bailey, on the Twitter. JK, man, I like JK, where have you been? Grim Sickers has got a banger out at the moment. My favourite grime artists, my grime artists are old school, so it's like Skepta, Getz, Kano, Wiley, Dizzy, Big H, President T, Bossman Birdie, Paper Pabs is more rap. And then of course UK raps wise, Retch 32, Gigs, people like that. Favourite player of the class of 92, Haziq asks, David Beckham. Muzamal says, what made me support Man United instead of Birmingham City? Well, if I ended up supporting any club in the Midlands, it wouldn't have been Birmingham City because one of my uncles supports Aston Villa. But I support Manchester United because my dad been long going to games before I was born, started taking me to games, and of course my uncle as well, Chrissy, he used to take me to games. So I was brought up going to matches. I can't remember a day where I thought I'll support Man United because it was just like a decision that was made for me. So yeah, I do love Tupac, mate. So off topic. We're going all over the place with this convo today, ain't we, Ashwin? Position after this match week, I think we'll be 5th because I think Liverpool will drop points and I think we'll win. Right then. By the way, all yous lot are legends, you know. My dad in London. Who are the 3 wankers that dislike this video? Everyone like it now. Like it now. Like the video now. The sound's fucked. The sound ain't fucked, is it? Yes, Triple J, what's going on? What's my heritage? My heritage is my mum's family is from Ireland, and my dad's family originates from India, but they were both born in England and I was born here. Thoughts on Aditya Red, says Devjit. Aditya Red is an absolute legend. I made a video with him recently on Wayne Rooney. You can go and check that out. So go and check it out. Do you think Mourinho is too stubborn to ever sign back Lukaku, says Luke? He's worked with Juan Mata quite well, so I don't see a reason why not. I think Lukaku's a different player at the moment. I think he'd be a great replacement for Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Thank you for liking, Chelsea. How old am I, says Tariq. I am 27. Maybe... The sound's fine, mate. I'm not sure what's going on with you. I can see it on my screen as well, so it must be you. I love you, Andrew. You're a fucking legend. Devji, I gave you my thoughts on it. You read? Do I like J. Cole or Kendrick? I like both of them. Maybe Kendrick a little bit more. Thiago Alcantara for Carrick. We've been there before with him with Biggie J. Never really got him, but we did in the end. We got skanked in the end, didn't we? Marshall to start. Yes, Kit Farino, he needs to start. Thoughts on Marco Silva? I think he's doing a fantastic job at Hull City at the moment. Fair play to him. Adam, you should manage Man United one day. Never going to happen, Christopher. I'd just love to just work there, to be honest. I'll be a toilet cleaner or whatever. Just give me a job, United. Give me a job. What do I think of Verratti? I think he's a quality player. People talking about we need Griezmann and this, that. We need someone like Verratti a little bit more. We need someone to replace them. Tariq, thank you. Jack, I do think Blind could play in that position. Whether he's given the opportunity or not, I'm not sure. Mr. Game, I love you too. No, you're just an henchman whore emoji. Huh? Roy Keane was world class. Ah, man, you know it. Roy Keane was world class. A Tweedy for Carrick. Do you like Thiago? He's a fantastic player, Biggie. I don't think we'll get him. Where are you from? Love your videos, by the way. I'm from England, Birmingham. Nice presentation, Wayne Rooney 10 Legacy video. Cheers, mate. Roy Keane was world class. Say it again, Amen. Adam, do I play COD? I do not, Vedant. Guys. Thank you for joining me here today. It has been 45 minutes of absolute wonderfulness. And I've loved every single minute of it. Thank you for joining us today. We've had a record-breaking amount of people in here as well. Make sure you subscribe to Adam McKola TV. Like, comment, and share. United against Watford at the weekend. We need to win this game. We need 3 points. We could move up the table if we win as well. The FIFA video will be up tomorrow, as will any latest news that pops out regarding Manchester United and anything else that maybe comes to my mind. The video is up tomorrow. Make sure you check out the FIFA video. If you haven't seen any of them before, go and check them up. There's about 14 episodes at the moment, so there's loads for you to get stuck into. And for now, guys, I'm Adam McKola. I'm out of here.